From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all of that thing. So we just trying to say,
do what you do, baby.
I want to graduate. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real
I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, and I'm looking at the screen like preach, cause I was on the phone with him. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?
Speak that to the general. You know the podcast. You keep your body clean, huh? Hey. It sounds like a little pause.
No, it sounds good to me.
We good.
Yeah.
So y'all already know what it is. This is the week rundown. It's that this the news show. Hold on, OG, let me look at my live.
All right.
All right. Good afternoon to everybody. I hope everybody has a really good week, folks. How you weekend going,
Can't complain. Weather still been on and off around here, you know.
What is out
Same thing here. Yeah, rain before day this morning, but it's been overcast all day.
Facts. All right. Let's kick it off. All right. So you know, the teams in the cricket trials, they got victory.
Say that again.
The full team and the Linda Frickett trial. They got convicted.
I figured that. We said that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
What they give them?
They gave. Well, I ain't gonna give no name, right? They gave an 18-year-old second degree rape. They gave the three other ones attempted. Wait. Yeah, attempted manslaughter. What you think about that?
How many years they get?
Dude, go up to 99. They ain't see the least you could get in the highest.
They probably gonna hit all of them with
automatic life.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they probably gonna get them other three the max that they can get for that manslaughter charge.
Yeah, I mean they got with so much recognition and so much crime. When the world spotlight is on, they had to do something. They had to do it to the max.
Yeah. Well, we had already said they was gonna make an example out of them, and that's what they did.
So
but the thing is,
go ahead, my bad.
Unfortunately, even with that, it's not gonna stop them youngsters from living how they living. They still gonna keep doing the same thing.
We ain't get to the news yet.
Huh?
We ain't get to the news yet. Do you think that these charges
Do I think what now?
These charges were sufficient?
Actually, no, I really don't. I thought they was gonna hit all of them with I thought they hit all of them with
second degree.
No, I thought they probably give them first degree vehicular homicide.
Well, it wasn't planned. Like we talked about the last time. they didn't go into the act with the intent to kill.
Right.
There was no way they could been charged with first degree murder because it wasn't planned to kill.
I wonder why they didn't get an oldest one manslaughter also.
They might have, I don't know. But in my opinion, the other three
I
might
wonder if he got the murder
have
charge because they feel he planned it. They probably feel he orchestrated the whole thing. So they gave him the higher charge.
Yep. And then they probably, the other one probably raised this and that and put it all on him as they got there.
Probably so. I wouldn't doubt it.
So check this out. Her husband, right?
Uh-huh.
He's suing the parents of the defendant for $50,000 in a wrongful death lawsuit. He said that this is a part of the parents' known discipline and being held responsible as well. What you think about that?
Ooh. I mean, that's kind of hard to say, that the parents didn't raise the children right, and that's why they went out there and did what they did, because at that age, a child gonna do what they want to do when they're away from the house. You can't blame that one on the parents. I don't agree with that. You're not inside them people home, so you don't know what them parents have done to raise those kids up until this point, and you can't keep eyes on your child 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's just impossible to do. So I don't agree with that.
Congress, well, at least down here, they trying to push a bill to what as the parents will start getting held accountable for these kids' crimes. What you think about that?
I think that's just another corrupt tactic of the powers that be to continue to oppress Black people, for real, because let's look at it from a demographic perspective, if you will. Okay. If you look at the current tone in the nation right now, white people are the minority. Okay. They aren't the dominant race anymore. That's scary to them. That's scary to them. They want to maintain as much power, dominance, and control as they can. And being that they hold the power of the pen and legislation to push these laws, what they are able to do is stuff like this right here. Okay, we're going to hold these parents accountable now. So if they can start getting more parents out of the way, locking them up, and if these end up being felony crimes, then that strips your citizenship as a Black person. That strips your voting rights. So it's more to it than what they saying on the surface. It's always a hidden agenda with them. And to me, that sounds like that's part of the hidden agenda. When you trying to focus on making the parents responsible for what the kids are out here doing. These parents got to work to try to take care of these kids. Most of them, at least, are working. So if they weren't working and taking care of the kids, you'd be trying to take them away, send them to CPS, hollering about child neglect. But now they out here working, doing what they have to do to provide for their own. Now you want to turn around, try to blame them up for the actions of the kids. Again, these parents can't be around these kids 24/7, man. And these people need to stop with that because they're not doing this to white kids. White kids out here committing the same type of crimes that all the rest of these kids are, bro. They just don't show it.
Two things for you, G. One is a question and one is the answer to the state.
For sure.
One was say, if we don't put ourselves in those positions, then we wouldn't be in those positions. What's your feelings on that?
I can agree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. You know, because if we just let the rubber meet the road, we do make a lot of stupid decisions, bro. You know, and I can't even say it's all based on peer pressure. Brothers just be wilding out, man, you know, trying to gain stripes unnecessarily, bro, doing stupid stuff, putting their life on the line, playing roulette for nothing. Because once you earn them stripes, they're not going to do you no good because it's either going to be retaliation or them people going to get you. And them same partners you trying to earn them stripes for, they ain't going to even much do nothing for you. They're going to keep moving. It's all right not to be a gangster, you know. If there's any young people watching or whatever, man, you know, you can make money without being no dope boy. I did it. All my partners will tell you. Even my people. Another time, I never sold no dope. Never sold no weed, no heroin, no crack, no none of that. I wash cars. I detail. You don't have to sell drugs to make dope boy money. I was just stupid with money. So a lot of the money I made, I don't have now. But you don't have to sell drugs to make dope boy money. Trust me. I never sold a drug a day in my life. I'm 52 years old and I have 2 misdemeanors on my record. Last time I went to OPP was in 2003. I haven't had a pair of handcuffs on me since.
Congratulations. And to the second part, we're suing the parents. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
If they charge them kids as adults, then that means that they were charged as adults. All responsibility was on them.
Exactly.
As an adult. Meaning, it's no parent involved with an adult.
Right. What purpose, what point do you have in holding parents liable when you're charging teenagers as adults? Adults are responsible for themselves and their actions. So leave the parents out of it. But like I said, it's all about money, bro. And it's all about stripping us of citizenship, of rights. It's always a hidden agenda, bro, that's bigger than what you see.
Soon as you gave them kids rights that we don't even get.
Right.
As a grown.
Yep.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All of y'all right to hold anybody else responsible. Is out the door.
I agree.
If you 18 or older, that's a child.
Yep.
You need no guardian. You don't need no signatures. You don't need no permit. If you put them kids in adult shoes, then the adults in your life are no longer responsible. I'm not condoning. I'm not enabling. And I'm not taking up for them.
That's just stating facts.
His old ass clout chasing and don't even know. This is a trying to kick somebody while they down. They already got the momentum. The press on their side.
Yep.
They got the complexion for the protection.
Yep.
And now that trial is over. Them people ain't never had that much. I'm not gonna say this. It's no excitement behind that. But I'm just saying, them people ain't never had this much excitement, this much going on, this much attention toward them, and this much power. He don't want it to end. So now that the trial is ended, he gotta do something else to keep this shit going.
Keep it going.
If y'all are thinking about charging the parents, how you gonna sue the parents when it's known that they improvised? They kicking
play on emotions. A play on emotions to get the bag.
Should this be thrown out? And not no wait, not no bias, not no just because they white. Does he have merit? Or should this be thrown out?
I think it should be thrown out. And I say that because you've already convicted the teenagers who are guilty. They're going to jail. So it's unfortunate that that woman lost her life like that.
They're going to prison. They're going to jail.
I mean, prison, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. They're going to prison. It's unfortunate that that lady lost her life like that. But the punishment for the crime is about to be paid for. Period. Leave them parents alone.
They're going through enough.
They're going through enough.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because you trying to get $50,000 out of them parents per family. Even if they had it to give you, it's not going to bring your wife back. It's not going to heal any other emotional trauma that you're going to go through, or those parents are going to go through, now that they'll never see their kids again unless they can visit them behind bars. So what's the point?
I don't think this is.
It sounds to me like you doing it as a means of revenge, because it's the only thing you can do to get back at them kids for taking your wife. You want some kind of revenge. Them going to jail isn't enough for you. That's what it sounds like to me. Because suing them, that's personal.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I feel that. Right? I'm not saying he's not guilty. This ain't about no grief. It's like when your mama knew you were sick as a child. You're gonna be sick at school, and you're gonna be sick at home. Might as well go to school.
Yeah.
Right. So she gone either way. Right. But you know what else is gone? That companionship. That friend. He got to go back to that lonely ass house by himself. No disrespect. But this is my thought. He trying to keep something going. He retired. Kids grown. Wife gone. You got to go in that house and sit in that grief.
He out the loop.
It's not about revenge. He know them people don't got no money. This is about keeping that momentum and keeping that stride going. From that case. The case open.
Right.
All the attention, all the news reports, all the people you know come and see you and stuff out your house.
Yeah.
That shit over with.
I see what you're saying. That's a good point.
Yeah. I'm not going.
That's a good point. Because he
I'm
probably up in age just like she was.
Yeah, he retired. Kids grown. She gone.
He probably don't get a lot of company for real.
This speculation.
Yeah, just speculation. I feel you.
Living
right.
See what I'm saying?
So he just sitting around in the house by himself all day, nobody coming through.
Grieving. With all the memories.
Yeah. I feel that.
This should be drawn out. Simply because. And I'm gonna keep it real. You hear me, OG? You can hear me?
I'm listening.
Had them kids been charged as kids, I agree with. I ain't even gonna lie. Sue them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But you put them in a position of adult.
In adult shoes. Yeah.
That means no parent, no guardian, no nothing.
No nothing.
Just them.
Yep.
They are not going to juvenile facilities. These children
are going to prison. Yeah.
You have no right from them being charged as adults to go fucking with them people.
Nope.
That's harassment. You just trying to it's on something like you said too. You just trying to find something.
Yep.
Do you think he's gonna win this lawsuit?
Honestly, yeah, I really do.
I do too.
Because, like you said earlier, press on his side, got the people on his side.
Complexion for the protection.
Complexion for the protection. Them children just got convicted. It's a win-win situation for him. The scale is completely tilted in his favor. All he has to do is continue to play on the emotions of the people. And you know the press gonna push it like that. They're gonna push that narrative for him. And that's gonna sway the minds of the people right there. And he gonna get that money. He gonna get that money, bro.
You don't see this as a bully tag?
It's so common. I never thought about it like that.
It's a bully tag.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that because we see it all the time.
If y'all whole case was on these children they knew what they was doing. You know where they come from. You know what they have. You know what they lack. Your wife only worth $50,000.
Right.
Come on, man. He got more. Look, he got more than that.
Retirement. Yeah.
No, with the insurance. With the policy.
Yeah.
You know she has some taxes.
Yeah.
What's $50,000 now? You mean
nothing for him?
She was 78, right?
She was 78. Yep.
They had to be together over 40 years.
Had to be.
So you mean to tell me 40 years?
And 9 times out of 10, he served in the military. So you still getting a check. You got VA benefits. You got all that. You ain't hurting.
You got to win. You add insult to injury. This should be seen as a bully tactic, and they should be advised to counter for harassment and defamation of character. Because you already dragged my name in the mud.
Yeah.
You know what I got. What I got. Fuck, I'm gonna get 50 G's.
Right.
Like
I feel you.
You don't know if them people condoned in that.
At all.
What's your final
Don't know how they raise. What's that?
I ain't gonna say it. What's your final thoughts on the top?
My thing is, they really need to quit, and it's just my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Quit looking at poor, impoverished Black people from the lens of the environment they live in, because y'all created it. When I say y'all, I mean the powers that be. Black people didn't have no financial means to build no inner city neighborhoods. Y'all put things in order through legislation to create these environments. You don't fund Black schools the way you fund white suburban schools. So there's a disadvantage in education right there. You cannot continue to have a system that was never built to aid Black America in the way that it aids and protects white America, and expect Black America not to do whatever they have to do to survive. I'm not saying the choices that are made for those means of survival are always right, but they all play a part in being made because of the environments that they are subject to, that you all, the powers that be, create. And when it comes to us as Black people, we do not raise our children to be savages. I don't care if we live in Beverly Hills or the poorest housing in America. We do not raise our children to be savages. We raise our children to be respectable, productive citizens, just like you all do. But there's a thing we live just like y'all call life. Life has curveballs. You can raise your child to be the best person you possibly can be. That does not guarantee they're going to always listen to you and do everything you say when they are not in your sight. Therefore, leave parents alone when you are going to charge 16, 17, 18-year-old children as adults.
Only one of them was over 17.
Okay.
The next three, all of them were under 15.
And stop sending juvenile children to the penitentiary. Yeah, they did wrong. What they did was savage. It wasn't intentional. The act itself was savage. That's what I'm saying. Not their intentions. They didn't mean to bring that lady harm like they did. But y'all ain't have to send them to no penitentiary. Send them kids where they need to go and give them the opportunity to rehabilitate their lives and be productive in America.
Can I say something? It's my opinion on what you spoke on. And from a younger man, I want your opinion.
All right.
OG on what I say. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. OG touched on a lot of critical points. But it's a couple of things that he said that caught my attention. And I'm gonna start by saying, I love my people. I have no malice or no spite when I say this. And when you know better, you do better. I feel as though I'm not better than anybody, but I've learned better for myself. OG say that it's a systematic thing. They got us down, they keep us down, things like that. I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. When Kanye said slavery was a choice, not woo, everybody took it the wrong way, right? I'm gonna use that analogy in itself. Okay, you in private, right? You in private, right? Boom. You got kids. You have kids, right? Okay. They have kids, right? They have kids. You know, aunties, uncles. So you got cousins having kids. This and that. You mean to tell me y'all in the same spot, in the same position, living the same way? To me, in my opinion, Section 8, the projects, all that is a state of mind. It ain't where you live at. It's a start, not a finish. It's a temporary thing, not a home. You see what I'm saying? It's known that they pay low rent or may end up living free. I don't know, but 9 times out of 10, if you get Section 8, you get food stamps. Boom, okay? As Black people, we are sick people, meaning disability checks, checks for our kids, checks for if the daddy got killed, income tax checks, shit like that. So if you doing what you're supposed to do and using this as a stepping stone, not as a foundation, it's no reason why y'all been in the projects for 3 generations. No reason. And I'm not being critical, I'm not looking down, or I'm not judging. I'm just saying we have poor financial knowledge. That's what I'm saying. Because there's no way that the great-grandma and the great-grandchild still living in the same house that the great-grandma moved in. And under the same conditions, nothing's progressed, nobody's elevated, and everybody won't talk about the system keep us down. I don't believe that. It might have did back then. Too many opportunities. Too many opportunities. I was a dope boy. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Boom. I caught a couple of charges, right? So now I gotta make a decision. I don't want to go work for this woo-de-woo. It ain't no money, right? This and that. woo. But I either got to get this job for probation, I got to get this job for parole, or I just got to get a job, period. Now, you can say they don't have no jobs if you want. They got jobs. They don't want the jobs that's available. McDonald's, Burger King, Family Dollar, all that low budget shit, right? Can you live off of it? No. Is something better than nothing? You motherfucking right. And while they saying that they don't have no jobs, they got jobs. You just making the decision that that job not for you. So you got to come with that decision. You see what I'm saying? It's all about decisions. Ain't no white man made you do what you doing. Ain't no white man put nothing in your hand, nothing in your pocket, or no thoughts in your head. Everybody's saying that's the school system, right? Okay, cool, right? My little sister a nurse. And I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, if my little sister could be a nurse, head nurse, right? Why I couldn't have been a doctor then? That's my little sister, right? She a nurse, head nurse, right? Why I couldn't be a doctor then? Because of the choices and the decisions that she made and the choices and the decisions that I made. Ain't no white people make her make the right choices, and ain't no white people make me make the wrong choices. Did I know the choices was wrong? Yeah. You know better. You know, like niggas be like, oh, I come up in this and this and that, this is all I know. You're lying, son. You lying. I do this. I'll come up in this. You always got another choice because you talk about it on the block. I ain't gonna work no job. I can't work no minimum wage. But you get in that kitchen and work 13 cents an hour. Huh? You hear me? You getting that motherfucking, you mopping the tears all day. Yeah, you moving around, but you getting paid 35 cents, if that an hour. Right? But you the same nigga that's getting paid 35 cents an hour in prison that couldn't work $8, $9 an hour on the streets. Talking about you can't live off that. But you living off that 30 cents an hour in prison. Your choice you made. So I had to make a choice when I had my 2 felonies. You heard me? Either I'm going to get a job or I'm going to get another felony. What job they had, right? I don't know how to do nothing. I've been in the streets all my life. I got 2 F's on my report card. I can't go get no good job. So what job you think that I got to go get? Them same jobs that I talked about and looked down on other people for getting, saying they scared of the streets or they hustle going woo, you got a job, you're working for the white man. And that's where I had to fucking go when I made the decision that I wasn't gonna do this shit no more. Them same fucking jobs I've been talking about for 20 years. That ain't no white man, that ain't no system, that ain't no nothing, that's us. Now, OG, I know you over there heated.
No, actually, I'm not heated at all. I agree with everything you said. That's just a big point on my part that I missed making mention of when I was talking about the system. When I was saying the way they have it designed, what I mean by that, I should have made myself more clear.
Yes, sir.
We are totally aware that this system is not built for us. So why continue to put ourselves in positions we already know they waiting for us to put ourselves in? Like my people just said, and like I told you earlier, like he'll tell you, I ain't lying. I never sold no dope. I chose to wash cars. I raked leaves if there was leaves to be raked. I mowed lawns. I found other ways to make money. So it's always another way. All my partners was in the street. All my
Where you
partners had
from?
their
Tell me,
business in the street. And I'm from New Orleans.
What part?
I'm from Uptown,
You understand me?
4710 Euphorine Street, Gertown. And I'm from Kenner, East Bank, 312 Fillmore Street. My pa was in the army, so I spent my summers at home. But even traveling around with the military, I stayed on base. My partners, their families was military. Most of them lived in the city. Some of them lived on base. So wherever we were stationed at, the city was always close enough to where you could ride your bike off base and go in the city. So that's where I hung out at. All of them will tell you. I never sold no dope. When I was in high school in Georgia, not too far from not too far from Florida. I had partners all through high school that was D-boys. They'll tell you, Los ain't lying. Los wash cars. Los cut grass. Los rake leaves. Los ain't never show no dope. That wasn't him. That wasn't my thing. But I hung with dope boys every day because I kept it 100 about who I was. And I ain't let nobody pressure me into doing nothing. And they knew I wasn't no punk. You couldn't play with me. And I still move the same way today. You don't have to sell drugs to be a dope boy. Stop thinking that fast food restaurants or starting your own business or whatever is not enough money out the gate for you to make a living with. Because if you look at it, that money you making at a fast food restaurant is steady round the clock work. That's guaranteed money till your shift over. If you on the block, you got competition all day long. You ain't even making per hour what homie making at McDonald's, bro.
I wouldn't say that.
Because you got all this competition on the street.
I wouldn't say that. But go ahead.
You tell you got competition you got to deal with. You got jack boys you got to deal with. You got them people you got to deal with. Is it really worth it? At the end of the day. Only reason why I never got into that game, and all my partners used to laugh because I used to tell them, all right, you want me in the game, then give me some weight. If I'm going to do some time, I'm going to go do some time with them white folks. I'm going to do some fair time. If I'm going to risk my life like that, I won't be a supplier. I'm not trying to be on no block, no pigeon for one of y'all. I'm riding around in a hoopty and y'all 750 eyed up. I'm done. Don't play me like that. Stop putting yourself in them kind of positions, man. It ain't worth it. You'd be better off taking whatever God-given talents you've been given and finding a way to make some money off of it. Especially nowadays, you can start a podcast. Easy. I mean, everybody doing it, but still, if you got something of value and substance worth talking about, and you know how to articulate yourself, and you using relevant subject matter that people can relate to, then you are bound to be successful in that lane. If that's not your lane, you can't afford college, you can darn sure afford a trade school.
Some of them, I don't know if it's like that anymore, but you know, it was the program when they sent us when the trouble went to the program.
Yeah. Back in the day, they had manpower. They had manpower in New Orleans back in the day in the 80s. When I was coming up, you know, and to be honest, you got guys out here that go get a trade. I mean, how you think that's how Black people had their own neighborhoods, their own banks, their own hospitals, all them Black Wall Streets across America back in the day? That wasn't because Black people necessarily went to college and got educations. All throughout high school, they mastered different trades and skills that were needed in the economy.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Plumbing, electrician, construction.
They stopped that shit the generation before mine.
Yeah, they stopped it with mine. They stopped it with mine, and that's where they messed up at.
I'm not hating on y'all, right? But they played on us, and y'all, that shit was a curriculum, right?
Yes.
So you had to take that too far.
You didn't have to take all of them, but you had to choose one out of whatever they had in your state at your school.
This is what I'm saying.
And you had to take one all 4 years.
You had to learn
a trade.
Life skill.
Yeah.
Before you
had to. Yes.
Ain't no folks. Gonna see these little dudes. You mentioned something about job. I'm gonna ask you this. We not doubt. We keeping it real. With the mind frame that these little young niggas have.
Mm-hmm.
Are they capable of holding?
Are they capable of holding down a job?
Yes, sir.
No, not with the mindset they have today.
Is they face code even good enough to be in public like that?
8 out of 10 of them? 8 out of 10 of them, no. Unfortunately, not.
All right. One major problem about the black youth is the problem with authority.
I was about to say that. Right. And the problem is they don't want to listen to nobody.
But this what I'm saying. He ain't got no dad. Supposedly. Nigga don't even listen to his mom. And you call yourself a manager. And you think you can tell me what to do.
Not gonna happen.
Make sense.
Not gonna happen.
It's not the manager's fault that he's not equipped to work. And it's not his fault that he's not equipped to be adequately in the job. Right? With the pork shit. OG, they tore down Toys R Us. Toys R Us out of it. That mean all games wrong. What them the dudes gonna do with it?
Mayhem.
How that's gonna fix it? My idea. You got to fix the way of things. They upbringing. Their surroundings. You got to change the environment. I'm not talking about I'm talking about us.
Yeah. I agree.
Because by the time that they old enough for any program, they way of thinking already.
Their mind already messed up.
Facts.
I agree with that.
And when they go to these places, they still have to go back
into that environment. And these little kids now, by the time they 9, 10 years old, they're ready to jump off the porch.
They tired of the back and forth.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I think that's a system. These people are telling us the solution, but they're the root of the problem. That's just a ring around the rose.
Facts. Yeah.
You wasn't wrong with what you think. But it was like that for y'all. And no disrespect.
For sure. None taken.
With that race shit. So being that said, and we got a lot of laws now. It ain't no systematic problem. It's an our problem. It's an us.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do with us what they did y'all legally. So that tells you it could never be a systematic problem against us. They may have
see your point.
But we are the problem. So we gotta fix the problem.
I see your point.
The private prisons got the contracts with the state. Right? And we feeling them, right?
Yep.
But we still doing the shit that merits prison.
Us going there.
Yeah.
Yep.
We way smart. Now, I'm not saying that, because my kids way smarter than me. Right? But we advance. Each generation advance,
Right. Supposed to.
Plus, we don't have to even deal with the things legally that y'all dealt with.
I think it's worse for y'all.
No.
I think it's worse for y'all because it's more advanced now. It was a little bit more in your face still back then.
No. I'm about to tell you. And I'm about to ask you when exactly the togetherness, the brotherhood, the loyalty, all that shit gone.
I say it flipped around. I say things started changing around 83, 84, when crack hit, bro, and they started that COINTELPRO movement and the war on drugs and all of that.
Yeah.
That
that Biden had a lot to do with, right?
Biden had a lot to do with that. Clinton, a lot of folks don't know. Trump had a lot to do with that too, because Trump was all about the Democrats up until he ran in 2016 Republican. He was all about Democratic movement back in the day. So all of them was in cahoots together with all of that. They all played a part in that.
I think the only systematic thing is the solution that we got from the system.
What you mean?
What you say?
I said, what you mean? Explain it.
The parks, the schools, YMCA building. What does that do for a child? It's like school, right? During the week, they spend more time going to at school than home, right?
Yeah.
So it's different there. You only go there for like an hour. They got after school shit. You probably could go on a weekend and shit for a couple hours. But the most time you gonna spend where you gonna learn your way, where you gonna get your role model, and where you gonna see people get killed at.
Is at home. Around your way.
Right. So that shit don't do nothing to them mentally. It's a escape. It's a bag of
that's all it is.
And a hug.
Yeah, that's all it is for them.
Probably go outside. Football.
Yeah.
But when you go home, you back in the
it's
jump.
back to the chaos.
You gotta change their way of thinking. To change their way of thinking, you gotta change the way they come up with how they think.
Yeah. Because they're really not even paying attention at school because they mind consumed with chaos that they see all day.
They know so much shit from this fucking internet shit.
Social media.
Yeah, they don't need school.
Not for real. I mean, you can really homeschool your kids now for real.
But I'm saying, all right. All this woke shit, right? So now the kids know that they're being lied to.
Oh yeah.
So how they gonna respect the teacher?
Hmm.
That's
Never
solve
thought
that
about it like
problem
that.
right there. They don't
Yeah.
respect the subject. Why they gonna respect the person giving them the subject?
You're right, because it's too much. They have too much access to find out the truth now, where we didn't have it. And I was
I
just
don't
talking
trust
about
you
that
online.
yesterday. Every day, man, I was just talking about it. You right, bro. 'Cause I just said that yesterday. The education we got was a lie, but it's all we had to go on because we didn't have access like they have today.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Let me tell you how.
Huh? Can't
With
say the
all due
books, the
respect.
encyclopedias and stuff, because they rigged all of those.
Nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that. With all due respect. Before segregation. Right?
Yeah.
It was shitty. Books were shitty. Conditions were shitty. And the way they was treating us was shitty. Right?
Oh yeah. Even after segregation.
We had our own curriculum. Correct?
Yes.
So now you get beat up and embarrassed
I see where you're going.
just to go sit by them. So now they tricked you again. This the systematic thing, right? Y'all think, we think we gotta win with segregation, right?
No, I never agree with that. Segregation hurt us because it took us off of focusing on one another.
You control the mind, you control the body.
Yeah. They knew what they knew when they knew exactly what they was doing when they gave us segregation. And I know a lot of people.
And not only that, they did what they wanted to do us while we did what they wanted us to do.
Right. I know a lot of people will get upset when I say it, but that is the only, to me, that's the greatest mistake Dr. King made, was trying to integrate us with white folk.
You can't just put that on him.
You should have. I mean, I agree. We should have been fighting for equality, justice, and all of that. But with our own, we don't have to be over there with y'all. But the same way y'all got the laws to protect y'all and give y'all all this access to this and that, give us the same access, give us the same protection the laws give y'all. Y'all stay over there. We'll stay over here.
But we came over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they knew how to get us. We wanted to be, quote unquote, equal so bad. They said, all right, they gave it to us. But being equal didn't give you any power where it counted. And I don't think Dr. King saw that at that time. Even if they would have given us equality, we didn't have anybody in places and positions and power to make it a real, actual thing. So, what good did it do for us to push for that when we were already conquering milestones they didn't think we could by ourselves without all of that?
That's why we don't know ourselves. They teach us what they want to teach us.
Yep. I saw exactly where you were going, because the Black Wall Streets and all of that, that didn't come from them helping us. That came from us having a focus on ourselves and our own communities. And that's how we did it. I'm going to spend my money with you. You're going to spend your money with me. We're going to go over here to Brother Clark House. We're going to take advantage of his skills and his talents, pay him for his services. We're going to keep our money black in our black communities. And that's how they built all them Black Wall Streets everywhere. We could do the same thing again. if we got our mindset out of wanting to be over here. Because me, that's how I am. Every chance I get, I try to spend my money in black businesses. There aren't a lot, but the ones that I do know of, the ones I do know of, I support and participate. I support and patronize them over a white counterpart with the same type business. And I think that's the mindset we all need to have. Pull as many of our dollars out of white-owned businesses as we can when we find our people who are selling those same products and goods or offering those same type services. Instead of going to the white man, go to the brother who offering the same thing. And that's how we'll be able to circulate our black dollars in our black neighborhoods and build up our own communities like every other race does. They don't come in our businesses and spend their money with us unless they real cool with us. But if given the option to spend what they own, that's where they're gonna spend it at. They're gonna keep their money in their neighborhoods with their people. Every other race of people does that but us. But we spend more money than any other race in the nation annually. Black people spend more dollars. We are the top consumers annually every year when it comes to products, services, and goods. So it's not that we don't have money, we just don't manage or spend money wisely as a people, as a whole.
I'm not done. But OG, we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
For sure.
Your last remarks on that time.
On what start?
Nigga had one in the whole lawsuit.
Talking about the systemic lawsuit. And us doing us?
Nah, the lawsuit.
Oh, the lawsuit.
Yeah, we gotta get back
man, again, I agree with you on the bullet tactic thing. I never looked at it from a bullying perspective. Mm-hmm. But I would say that is a form of bullying, a form of harassment, because the people already traumatized enough. They're going through pain just like you are. Yeah, you physically lost the life of your wife. Tragic. You know, you'll never be able to touch her, see her again. Whereas they can at least, if given visitation, they can go see their kids. But nevertheless, those parents' children's lives are gone. So they are hurting as well as you are hurting. It's just on two different levels. Nevertheless, the damage and the trauma is done. And there's no need to try to hold people you already know don't have that kind of money accountable for the actions of their children away from their home.
The next two topics. Wait, I gotta get my last thought. You understand? But all jokes aside, if they let him do that and then let him win, that shows you the type of deficit that you have. Because I don't see justice being served. That's something personal.
Yeah.
Justice is already served. And y'all charge them the people as adults. So that means no guardian, no parent. So why are you suing the parent for liability? And they already got charged as adults. That's a countersuit. This is harassment, defamation of character. And then where I'm gonna get $50,000 from? Pain and suffering. I'm stressing. I
On the
can't work.
real.
My back hurt. You got it. You know I got it.
Mentally stressed out, going through anxiety.
This ain't nothing but the bigger trying to pick on the small.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that he's not breathing go through life. His old ass ain't got nothing better. That's how
Period.
I feel.
Yeah, period.
All right, moving right along. Just the international just in the wedding.
Say that again.
This is the international news thing.
Okay, for sure.
I have an order in Freetown, Sierra Leone. And recently they tried to overthrow the president and kill him. So
and where was this at? Where was this at?
Freetown, Sierra Leone.
Okay, in Africa.
Yeah, the reason why is because it's kind of like a Trump thing. They feel that he rigged that.
So they had an insurrection.
So they on all type of lockdown. Shit real. They didn't get them, but they tried. It was a shit, and it's going down now. So pray for everybody. Let's pray for the people in Freetown.
For sure.
About that, OG. Shout out my audience.
Man.
Y'all go check out that. His new single state. 24/7 my bad.
Actually, it's my first time hearing anything about that.
I know.
Is right now you mentioning it. Not really keeping up with what goes on abroad over there. It's always it's almost as if since they started kidnapping and human trafficking folks back in the day from over there, the war has never stopped over there, bro. It's just constant wartime in Africa. Seem like it's just constant.
And this is the narrative that they are directly trying to These are spur things. Africa is a very peaceful place, beautiful place.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to get to. You know, I was about to say that we know that's not the reality, but we know the media gonna be the media, and that's what that's what they get paid to push.
Yeah,
mass hysteria because it sells. That insurrection over there is no different than the one that happened over here, January 6, 2021. It's the same thing. Is it unfortunate? Yeah, but this stuff ain't nothing new, and at the end of the day, it's the same thing over there as it was here. People just wanting what they want. Power. It's about power and control. Period. That's what it's always been about. One race always wants to be the superior and the dominant over the other one.
Why you think?
And it is no different over there than it is over here. It's all about having in office who is going to work in your favor to your advantage. That's what that's about.
My artist, he came on the live what's going on. Y'all could go catch that. So the president, right? He's the equivalent of what would be a Democrat over here. But they don't call it that.
Right.
So why do you think that you might have missed or they didn't report this?
Say again?
You think that you just might have missed this story? Or they not really putting it out there like this?
I don't think it's really being put out there like that, because when it comes to the African diaspora, your mainstream media networks, they really don't push Black news, you know, like that for real. You intentionally have to go on channels like YouTube or yours and find, you know, or read and find Black news like that. You know, now that you've mentioned it, you know, when we finish with this, I'll probably go to YouTube and pull up, you know, latest current events in Freetown, Sierra Leone, so I could get up, you know, up to date on what the deal is with it. But that's the only way you are really going to see news about us. You have to go off mainstream media, because they aren't gonna show it. Yeah, they aren't gonna show it. You're gonna have to go online to get it. Point blank, period. You are going to have to, and that's another way to hurt the pockets of the powers that be. It is, you know, again, go off mainstream media when it comes to what we watch. Start supporting Black-owned networks and news media podcast channels. Stop watching ABC News, CBS News, people like that, because they already aren't giving you the real narrative of what's really going on anyway.
Let me say something. Denzel Washington said it best. They don't care about reporting the truth. They care about reporting the story first.
Yep.
So two things. For one, we always praying for somebody else, which is cool. Cool to pray for other people. Now it's time to pray for us. And two, OG probably not agree with this, but this is no opinion. And I do want your opinion. Not looking at them and seeing them in pain, because that's what they did us with the train. But looking at this situation, we need to count out blessings. And I'm not from I'm from Aldis, which is in the United States. Not Africa. Where my origins come from, I know I'm black. I know I'm proud. But at the same time, when they tried to impeach Trump, right?
Uh-huh.
It was all kinds of meetings, and you got to do this bad, this one, and then it took like 2-3 years, right?
Oh yeah.
Look how they impeached their president over there. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally different. They don't waste no time. They don't play games.
So from me having an audience out there and interviewing different voices, I kind of know like some more shit. Like the black guys. A lot of people saying that they're trying to get back to their roots, and they're gonna leave the United States and go to Africa. What part of Africa? You know what goes on. And I'm not saying dangerous shit, right? I'm saying everyday life, like the type of quality of electricity, the quality of Wi-Fi connection that they have. How they live their life, the food they eat. Daytime of day, they're on a 6-hour thing. They 6 hours ahead of us. Sometimes it goes black. Ain't nobody can do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it lasts a week, sometimes it lasts a day, sometimes it comes right back home. You know what I'm saying? But I know what they go through, right? They used to that. We not. Those are even the bugs are different. You know what I'm saying? So know what you want before you want. But I can tell you this. All that Africans don't like us, and they don't feel like we kill that shit. They love us. If
I know.
Back and watch that episode and the other one, right? They be like, you heard me? Yes, damn. You did. Like the shit really fire.
I met some, bro. You know, I had quite a few that were clients of mine when I was up north in Virginia. And man, they were real good people, bro. Every time I went to them people's house, you know, they she would make sure she wouldn't let me leave the house without cooking me some lunch. She was gonna always cook something, you know what I'm saying? And she'd always call her husband, let her husband know I was there, and her husband would let her know, hey, you know, don't let him leave without eating something. You know what I'm saying? That's how they are, bro. Them people, I've always known they've never hated us. What they don't like about us is that we refuse to educate ourselves on who we are. Yeah, that's what they don't like, that we refuse to educate ourselves about who we are, because they say not enough of us know the power that we, you know, possess as melanated people.
But I did another episode. I direct y'all to go on what we believed in before slavery. Then I did another episode guy from Ghana. No, Nigeria. And we was comparing, you know, the differences between how we do shit and the, you know what I'm saying, with the roof. They speak Creole in Sierra Leone.
Oh wow!
You saw that shit? Fucking white.
Bro, I ain't know that.
They speak twisted up English, Creole, and the language of their tribe.
Okay.
Yeah. But Creole is the main language. And they got more Creoles over there than
bro. Never knew that.
But like I said, the black house, the food is totally different. You see what I'm saying? And it's like it's an impoverished country. So some of the products that you get don't be in, you know what I'm saying? It ain't. Y'all keep talking about y'all, all this and all that. Y'all from here. With our ancestors to get us here. That's them. We from here. They handle things different there. When you living like that, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about things to that too. But I'm talking about government overthrow things.
Right.
Are you ready for that?
Hmm.
But
I don't think America could handle the way the law is dealt with over in Africa. America's too spoiled for that. Couldn't handle that.
It's so, and I'm gonna tell you another thing, right? It's some things he can't talk about. Now they might block my page or hit me with a strike or I can say what the fuck I want.
Right.
Some people scared to say the shit I say, but I can say what I want.
Yeah.
Political, whatever. That boy will straight tell you I can't talk about it. They will get in trouble.
I believe it.
If you say anything against what is against, you're in trouble.
Yeah, they laws totally different. Just like I was looking at here not too, a while back, that female trucker from the U.S. that went over there visiting Africa, and she went to bucking on the bus driver or the truck driver or something, and they locked her up, put her in jail, because she raised her voice at the bus driver over there, a male bus driver. And I'm like, wow, and so that's when I was like, man, they laws totally different. A female can't even raise her voice in public over there, or she going to jail. And I'm like, man, these some different kind of laws in Africa, boy. They wouldn't make it with laws like that over here.
I learned that too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What's that?
That is over 100 countries in Africa.
Yeah, Africa is a continent. Yeah, Africa itself is the continent, and inside the continent there are different nations, different and countries.
Right. My aunt. I'm gonna say this, right? You're always mad at that. I can't see that with that dude said. What is his name? With the team, 76.
Who?
The dude that lost his team the 76.
Say that again. I can barely hear you.
The white man, right?
Uh-huh.
I think he owned the 76, if I'm not mistaken. He said some shit and he took his team. You remember that?
Okay. I remember who you're talking about, but I can't call the name.
Yeah, all right. What he said, one of the things he said was there's no such thing as an African American. He was right. We from here. Not only from here, I'm from New Orleans. My heritage is here. Niggas died here. People planted their seeds here. I respect where we come from.
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't where I come from. Not to sound ignorant. I'm from the New Orleans.
Yeah. Well, I tell people I agree with you. I say the same thing, bro. I'm a Black American. I'm not African American. I know nothing about Africa. Do I have African descent, African ancestors? I honestly do not know. If I have to give my personal opinion, I would probably say that I have probably more Native American than I do African because of being from Mississippi and Louisiana. Those are my roots.
When you let them teach us, they're gonna teach us what they want to.
Of course. And a lot of people don't know the term African American refers to a corporation. See here, I was just
we
reading
not,
something.
we not black. That came from them too. We was the name
Yep.
of whatever tribe.
Right. I gotta I'm gonna have to find it because it was on Facebook and I saved it to my excuse me. I saved it to my phone, but it is the actual, like someone screenshot it, and it's an actual U.S. Federal government document. Has the I guess they would call it a citation number or whatever you want to call it. Has the numbers and everything, and it breaks down. Matter of fact, hold on. It breaks down the term African American, where it originates from, and how most of us actually derive from Native American Indian tribes and not Africa.
Oh, we was already here.
Because we were already here.
Some of us.
Yeah. Some of us.
Clearly, I was in the field.
Me too.
I ain't one of the quick hit. I was a field. Clear.
Oh, definitely. I know I would have been.
My husband. Now see my big brother. Lil Rico Suave. He got the little and all that. That bitch might be you. But
so he would have been in the house.
And this is my opinion. I'm not a black American, African American, none of that. I'm an American. Whether you like it or not.
On the real.
I know the laws. I gotta break the laws. And punish for the laws. I came up in this culture. I know nothing about. With no disrespect, because they teaching us. Like he teaching me how to talk in his language and all. But I love my city. I love where I'm rooted. I'm an American. We ain't even supposed to call each other black. Because that's adult. That's something, right?
Yeah.
But like it or not, dog, we're American. And when we see what happens, like who Russia attacked?
Oh man, I think Asia. I do believe.
No, that's the first people.
Oh, you talking about here recently?
Yeah. I think it was their own land.
Lithuania or something like that?
No. Who Russia attacked for this? I think it used to be.
I know what you're talking about. It's been going on here recently. I just I can't call the name of it. Yeah, I can't call the name of that place right now.
All right, look at what's going on.
I know it starts with an L. Say again.
But all right, look what's going on in that situation. Right. Like what I just told you, I was going on 3 pounds every year. Look what's going on in that situation. I think Jerusalem or somebody took that okay.
Say again.
Somebody fucking with somebody.
Oh yeah, Israel going through it right now. Israel and Hezbollah.
Israel.
Israel and Hezbollah. Israel and Hezbollah are going through it right now.
Yeah. Them people trying to fight for control of their land. Whether they took it or own whatever happened. This is already our land. We gotta defend it. We the land of the free. Look at what's going on around the world. Yeah, it's injustice. But you could be in a whole lot of worse situations. We was this nigga, and I'm mad at your ice. It was 9 o'clock there, so it was like 3 o'clock in the morning here. So we was supposed to go live. We was supposed to talk about the situation. And we on the phone. We hear gunshot. We hang up. This and that. He was all right. But look at the type of situation that he's in. Not behind him, but behind the government and all that. We have laws and judges. They got militias and private armies and all that. Like we ain't living like we ain't from that. We might have been slaves and all that, but if you look at it, we spoiled. We bougie.
Yeah, but we still slaves too, though. That's why they use the term African American.
And so Kanye said it was a choice.
Slavery wasn't a choice. Them people didn't build no ships and travel several months to come here. Y'all kidnapped them and human trafficked them here. That's not a choice. And then you made laws. Say again.
And we are the products from that.
Yeah. Now check this out.
Here.
Yeah. We are the offspring of that. Check this out. African American is a federal government term describing property, not a race of people. Not a race of people. Property has no classification. Property has no human rights. Example, Trayvon Martin was considered property owned by the United States of America, which is a corporation, and he had no human rights. African American is a 14th Amendment citizen made property by Executive Order 13037, signed into law by Bill Clinton. In 2010, a so-called African American Black discovered that his family bloodline was type O, like many dark people living in Memphis, and his family descended from Mississippi, Tennessee, Arkansas regions, which is the historic homeland to hundreds of thousands of dark-skinned indigenous people who the Spanish invaders called Indians or Indios. Unfortunately, because they were dark, Indians in parentheses, the U.S. legally, unlawfully classified each of them as Negro. According to the United States Department of Interior agent Walter Plecker and government historian Jack Forbes, the Negro today are the descendants of those people called and referred to as Choctaw, Chickasaw, Puma, Creek, Seminole, Yamasee, I can't pronounce it, it's a Y. Washita,
basically
Blackfoot, Shawnee, and many others.
Basically 3/5 of a man.
Pretty much. That's what they still call us. But they are saying that most Negroes today come from Native American indigenous bloodline, not African bloodline.
I'm gonna tell you, that 3/5 of a man. That shit sounds so disrespectful. Well,
you know that hasn't changed, right? You know that hasn't changed in America, right?
Yeah, I take my 3/5.
That's still a part of the
Mm-hmm.
Constitution. Now
But this
that was for them. That was for them to make money off of us during insurance time. They wanted to consider you somewhat human during tax time so that they could file insurance and get money off of you. But then the rest of the year, you were just property. You weren't human. That's where that came from. Yeah. That's why I say, you know, it still exists today.
But from what I've noticed and what I've, you know, what's going on around the world, right? I take my 3/5. Meaning no disregard. You know I know weak ass nigga.
No, I
but
never that.
What's going on around the world? But we sitting here like this. I'm about to eat me a I hate promotion, right? I'm
already. I see where you're going.
I take my 3/5.
Yeah, I see where you're going. I can get up and go where I want to, eat what I want.
Long as I don't do what they don't want me to do.
Long as I don't go too, long as I don't violate, long as I don't go too far, I'm free to do pretty much whatever I want to do. I feel you.
When we get, like I said, the Trump thing, right? Votes and all that. They come and get you. See what I'm saying? The way they discipline is different. Won't you find out what's going on in other countries? Is it fucked up over here yet? Do they fuck with us? No. Do we put ourselves in fucked up position? But it ain't like over there.
Nah.
But we gotta move on. This another one you ain't hear about. It's the out of town. I'm just bringing the wedding. You ready?
Yeah.
Selma, Alabama. An incident happened on Thanksgiving. Woo-de-woo. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is supposed to be a police officer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, allegedly, he was lured to supposed to be a party. When he got there, it was a saxophone. Right?
It was what kind of party?
A saxophone. You know, it ain't.
Oh man.
Yeah. So he tried to exit. Allegedly, they beat him and he opened fire. The Woo-de-woo is deceased. The Woo-de-woo shot back, hit him one time. And now it's a thing of, was he lured there, or was he living another life? What you think about that?
They want to try to spin it now that the whoop is gone behind what he tried to do.
And that's the way I said it.
That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line.
But guess what? It's us.
I know you lying.
I interviewed the mom. Y'all should go check that out. It's a conflicting story. But I'm not about to do that. Because I reported on her side. But when you go live, like I see about me, right? If I wasn't who I said I was, niggas would be all in my right? Trying to expose me, right?
Yeah.
Well, was on live. Vibe was good. She got her story out. Her side. She dealing with the lawyers. She's talking with capital. I want y'all to go look at her.
Yeah, what's the name of that one, bro?
Her name.
No, that particular show, you got a name for it?
Yeah, it's her name. Her name is Patricia.
Patricia?
Yeah, Patricia. So the people with the other side of the story, so to speak, they came held it down for the So, like I said, I'm telling this side of the, I'm not taking sides. I'm telling this side of the story because this is the side of the story that was recorded on my phone. If you want to see the other side of the story, you got to go check out the episode. Because I'm not new. This ain't where you get the teeth from. This is a news show.
My gosh.
So this wasn't televised, so to speak.
Nah, cause I'm here in Alabama and I sure ain't heard about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's all good.
Yeah, because of who's involved and their lifestyle and all that. Nah. But you can go to the episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to peep that.
All right, so moving right along. We ain't even gonna go there. Let me see. Another pedestrian struck and killed.
Where at this time?
He was hit by a three-wheeler. Killed at the intersection. At
Man, these were wild out, bro.
That's another one.
Oh, what? Young dude?
They didn't give all that information. To think about.
Didn't they make it illegal for them ATVs to be on the street like that?
I don't know. They be on them, bitches. How you gonna stop?
Say that again.
I said, I don't know if they're illegal. You gonna stop them? They be like 100 deep.
Oh yeah, they sure be deep.
But yeah, he died on the scene.
Man. Yeah, that bike culture has gotten out of hand, bro. You know, I really don't even think those four-wheelers and those three-wheelers are supposed to be on the streets like that for real.
Mm-hmm.
And it's causing major problems, dog. You know, I mean, I'm all about people having a fun and everything, but you know, be sensible in how you have your fun, man. You know, don't let having fun be at the cost of somebody losing their life, bro.
Mm.
You know, I mean, we got to do better than that, man.
All right, so I introduced a new segment to the show called Flunky It On. Now I don't give no names. Give a last crime. These niggas got flunked it a week. 3 teen suspects.
Kenner? You said?
Huh?
You said Kenner?
No, 3 teen suspects.
Oh.
Charged with robbing, along with his mother, Jason Williams, head DA of New Orleans. They had him at gunpoint. They took his SUV, and they took his mama purse. They all 3 will be charged as adults.
Of course, you dummy.
Huh?
I said, of course, dummies.
It happened 10 p.m. October 16th. Then, listen.
Yeah, I'm listening, bro.
The same 3 individuals in question, allegedly. 24 minutes later, robbed somebody out of Honda Civic at gunpoint. You understand? What's your opinion on this?
I mean, I would like to ask them why they waste all that time. You should have just walked dead up in OPP with your gun out. You know? I mean, you just basically killed yourself because did you really know who you was robbing, bro?
We talking about it's Jason Williams, and then it's Jason Williams. Dude, I'm trying to see. Did y'all know who y'all was fucking with?
That's what I'm saying. Bro, do you not see this man's face on TV? Do you not see this man's face on social media? And then you take his mama purse?
Fuck him being the DA. Him. Fuck the profession. Do y'all know y'all fucking?
They about to find out.
Think about that, OG.
Like I said, not only is he DA, but you take this man mama purse.
Do it all.
This man mama? His mama? Y'all violated this man mama. Y'all couldn't know who y'all. Thank you.
And that's the the last three. We will be following the one in Selma, one in Sierra, and the flunkies. The main thing I want to know about did y'all know who that was? That's all. Did you know who that was? So we will be continuing to follow this case. I just say if they did, I don't know. But if they didn't, it all
they're about to find out.
Young dumbass nigga. Y'all don't do no homework. Not set well up. I don't condone it.
Right.
But y'all don't do no homework. Y'all don't watch. Y'all don't, send little, don't do nothing. Y'all just run up on old people. Y'all run up on easy lick.
Not knowing who y'all playing with. Not knowing who you playing with.
Or who you playing with. This is the exact example. And that's why they got the first cover. Flunk out of the week. Moving right along, you heard me? So yeah, y'all. I think this is like the 5th week straight that we reported on a pedestrian vehicle death. Y'all watch them cars and remember they got the same rules. Like OG said, it's fun, but you know, rest in peace. Man fatally crushed while repairing car in
Oh man.
7700 block of Chef Highway. His name and identity is undisclosed right now. It happened 8 o'clock morning. You hear me? The vehicle fell off whatever it was on, rolled back, pinned him under the car and crushed.
Ooh.
Ain't that cool?
Man.
So what we gonna do right now, for the people in Sierra Leone, for the person that did like to fight, and for the dude that the car rolled over. We're gonna hold a little moment of silence. What you think about that?
That's, man, I was just in there, it's sad he had to suffer like that. That's pain. Well, I'm hoping he didn't, but to be crushed, I'm hoping was, and then you said, you know, I'm thinking it might have fell on him, so he didn't feel nothing, but you said it rolled back. So I'm wondering, you know, did it roll back and it was instantaneous? Did he? I'm just hoping he didn't feel nothing when it rolled back on him. I'm hoping it was right away, bro. You know, and he didn't have to suffer through that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a hard way to go out, bro. Just, you know, trying to fix on your vehicle to get you to and from where you got to go, and out of nowhere, boom. That's sour, bro. That's horrible. Huh?
You remember my little partner,
Yeah. Back when you first was starting the car business out, for real.
Yeah. He was in a bad accident. He got in an accident with a car. He got out on the highway. He was up. Another car hit. He was pinned under the car.
Right.
I just want to say that you were for a reason, boy. That's all. Let me see. That's unfortunate. That's some type of. I'm gonna tell you this, right? We just talked about the trees and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where y'all learn how to do it. These days, most of these niggas learning how to work on the car and fix problems on the car. So they don't give a fuck about safety. They don't give a fuck about this secure. They're trying to get the work.
Yeah.
You got to practice more safety. All that nigga rigging ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work all the time.
Gonna make the problem worse. Only gonna make it worse.
But now you got it on my mind. And I hope that he went straight up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I see that around here all the time, bro. You know, people working on cars, trying to keep it, you know, raised up with wood planks or bricks. I'm like, man, that ain't safe. You crawling under that car like that, bro. You know, man, it'll be all right. All right then.
And the OGs used
And
to
the
do that.
OGs used to do that.
Yep.
But clearly y'all not there. Clearly.
Mm-mm.
Man, I missed the old mechanic so much. But we gonna get into that. All right, so boom, moving right along. Fight between McDonald's employees leads to shooting. Was started off as an argument, and it was gunfire. The two were arguing all morning. Right. Once it got tired of arguing, take it outside. Went in the parking lot. We ran in one. Homie was strapped the whole time. Pull it out, hit him in the leg. Just think about that, OG.
Ignorant. Just straight ignorance. What you gonna shoot? If you gonna go outside to shoot the foul one, you know, go on shoot the foul one, bro. And if the man whip you, take your lick. You know, if you not in no position where you physically disabled, or this man ain't outweighing you by 100+ pounds or better, what you pulling your heat for? Hitting a nigga with that iron. I mean, you know, it don't make sense to me, bro. Either just be man enough to say, all right, bro, you know, you got it. Keep your job, make your money, and go home, or go outside, shoot the foul one, and whoever take the whipping, just take the whipping. You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to our conversation. If you gave these niggas a job,
they wouldn't be able to handle it. Because they're not mentally apt to be on the job. I mean, I'm to the point, bro. Right. I'm to the point, really, why don't they just make McDonald's just straight drive-through? Just hire people, you know, people to work the drive-through, and hire people, you know, to cook, and try. I hate to say it, but try to keep as many young black folk from out of the kitchen as possible, because every time you turn around, there's something going on at a McDonald's. I'm just looking on Facebook just yesterday. Some chick in McDonald's, elderly lady, in her mid-50s or so, standing behind me. Her and the young girl get into it. The young girl keep disrespecting her. Next thing you know, young girl done put her hands on her.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even much know what the argument was about. I know the young lady was standing in front of her, the elderly lady was behind her, and the young girl was saying something to her. What was being said, I couldn't make out what was being said, but they ended up going into the mix. You know, the little girl went in on her. And as soon as that little girl went in on her, next thing you know, she hollered and she backed up, grabbed her stomach. That old lady had poked her about 3 times. Bam, bam, bam in the stomach, right quick.
What is happening?
So, they didn't post it in the caption when they shared it, but it was at some McDonald's, bro, somewhere in America.
And this was us,
but
right?
you know, it's always something going down inside McDonald's, bro. Always some kind of altercation. If not employee on employee, it's employee with customer or customer on customer. They just need to close the inside of them down and make them straight drive-through. Because this stuff is getting, it's ridiculous, bro. And it's always us. It's always us, bro. And that's why I say that. I'm tired of always seeing us make fools of ourselves on a nationwide level, bro. You know, it's always us, bro.
Why should them people close down? They money. Because a couple niggas can't act right. But that's what they're saying. And I
Too
think
much
that
of it going. They're gonna still make that money. It'll just be drive through only.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I think that how New Orleans is, if them boys would have just ran that thing, they'd have let them back off the clock. That's why they went outside. They've been arguing all day. Then it's just my opinion, right? Them dudes had to have some type of relationship. They ain't about to fuss with them.
No.
So,
and then not only that, as a supervisor, why didn't you just tell them both shut up or I'm sending you home?
Oh man, you can't tell the niggas nothing. Huh? Do had a whole burn on.
And then he had the job with the iron on him, and y'all don't even much know he got it on him.
I mean, it's New Orleans. I'm not surprised.
I ain't surprised either.
But I'm like this. I don't know. I just report this shit. But on my opinion, being from down here, they had to have some type of. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for them to be going back and forth with one another like that all day. Yeah. Off top.
So get down bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
that's why I say that. Why not just, go out there, shoot the foul one and leave that alone? Right.
And I bet you what they was
you know it. Off top it was.
Probably all the who better
or some little broad that's running game on both of them.
I'm gonna go ahead on and say Jordan better, but moving right along. Storms lead heavy flooding around New Orleans. What you say about that, OG?
Would you say long-standing flooding?
Yeah, storms lead standing flooding around New Orleans.
Same old New Orleans. They need to quit playing, with the money and go on fix the levee system the way it need to be fixed. Them people ought to be tired, long past tired, of that city flooding behind a simple rain. I mean, did not Katrina teach y'all enough? And when I say y'all, I mean the powers that be. I mean, how many more times, how many more years y'all gonna keep turning y'all head, looking the other way, not doing what need to be done? How many more? Because one thing for certain, the city is not taking another Katrina. Period.
The city not taking another thunderstorm.
I mean, I don't. Let me ask you this. That's corruption at its finest. You basically telling the people we don't give a screw y'all. They're giving us the money and we gonna do what we want to do with it.
Let me ask you. Speaking of corruption, right? New Orleans is on sync. Right. We below sea level. And from what I heard, I don't know, the foundation ain't really, I need a conflicted thought. Right? One, is the problem fixable? And two, can they afford to fix it? I'm talking about the pipes, everything.
At this point, is it fixable? Honestly, bro, based on this documentary I watched on the History Channel, about 5 years ago, if I base it 5 years later on what I watched 5 years ago, I'll say no. And what the documentary was on was basically was on the wetlands of New Orleans post Katrina. And it was saying how basically if another Katrina type level hurricane, another category 5 were to hit, that the city would definitely be no more, because there's nothing outside of the city, no more swampland, no more wetlands to stop those wind forces from just coming straight up in here, because they say we are losing wetlands, marsh, and swampland by the hour. They say Louisiana, the entire state, is losing like three football fields worth of swampland per hour over the entire state. So if another category 5 would have hit, especially in New Orleans, it's a wrap. It's going underwater completely. And on out to the Gulf of Mexico. That's literally what they said. So it goes back to all of that money that the Federal Corps of Engineers has been sending to that city since Hurricane Betsy, and nothing has been done to even stop a 10-minute downpour from flooding the streets in the city where you can barely go down.
I'm gonna take it as far as they been knew this wasn't fixable problem.
Yeah, they knew. But back when they were capable of fixing it, they didn't want to.
You remember a couple of months back, the saltwater situation?
When the salt water mixed with the fresh water. Yeah.
Supposedly. Right?
All right.
Don't we learn in like 4th, 5th grade that salt water can't mix with fresh water?
Yes, sir.
Don't they got two oceans that meet right there, and they can't right there because
Lake Pontchartrain in the Gulf of Mexico.
How the fuck salt water coming out?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Sound like somebody pumped it in here or something.
It sounds like somebody pumped some funding in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, that shit all kind of crazy. But where we at? New Orleans murder suspect gets away handcuffed on canal.
Got away in handcuffs on canal.
Yep.
Oh no, they let him go.
They said one took off after him, and one took off.
They let that man go.
They're looking for him right now.
I don't even must see how that's possible, bro. In handcuffs on canal and you get away? That don't mean much. That don't mean much register, bro.
I know one thing. Canal and Berman got that kind of cameras that can see your fucking tag on you.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Yep.
I just don't see that happening, bro. I don't see how that one happen.
All right, what's your overall? My bad, young man. Your overall opinion on
Overall opinion on what?
What we just reported.
As far as the situation with the flooding in the city, bro, that's just gonna always exist. You know, it's evident that they really not gonna rest until that city is just washed out, you know, to the Gulf of Mexico. You know, God forbid, but that's how they act.
Hitting on us so bad.
That's how they acting, bro. You know, I mean, I don't understand how for over 60 years you just blatantly right in people's face, you know, don't do nothing with that money, but whatever it is y'all doing with it, because it's done shown not to fix the problem. And you see us only getting worse. You see us only getting worse. As far as these pedestrians getting knocked off left and right like that, to me, that's becoming way too common to be coincidental now.
It's the 5th week in a row.
You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right with that. That it is way too common now for this to just be random and coincidental. Something ain't right. Something ain't right, bro. And that Sierra Leone situation,
shout out to the whole.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. You know, them people not they're not playing no games. When you violate, they're gonna deal with you. I really wish that was it was more like that over here. Maybe it'd be a lot less foolishness going on. People would think twice before they just go out your head first doing stuff, if it was more like it is over there.
Or you can spin it and be like, think twice before you go to complain about over here. You could be like,
and be grateful, you know. On the real.
The Alabama situation. Oh no!
And
the McDonald's situation.
Yeah, that McDonald's situation, hold me down bad for that one. Either you just obviously y'all some kind of kin to one another, y'all related, or y'all didn't come up since the sandbox you did. So you either just should have ate that and told your homie he got it just to kill a situation, or went outside, left the pistol in your pocket, shot the foul one, and been done with it, bro. You down bad for shooting that man in the leg, home.
The flunky of the week.
Flunky of the week. Excuse my language, but y'all need y'all ass whipped.
Y'all gonna be charged.
Cause I just don't see how y'all didn't know who that man is. I said I just don't see how they did not know who that man is. So they need their ass whipped.
I'm gonna tell you like this. With all speculation, all those things, right? If somebody sent them on that mission plan, y'all down bad. Or niggas just fucking stupid.
And I think it's the latter. I think they were just stupid, bro. Straight up.
Comment, speak on the sentencing and speak on the lawsuit.
Say that again.
With the Linda Frickett trial. They got
Oh,
their time. Like I said, the oldest
yeah,
one
that
got second degree murder, and the other three got
manslaughter, right?
no attempted manslaughter.
Attempted manslaughter. Okay. Um, I think the charges were fitting. You know, I think they got, you know, for their ages what they should have got. I wish the 18-year-old wouldn't have got the murder rap. I wish she would have got the attempted manslaughter charge too. But
Well,
I
somebody had to get
understand. I understand why somebody had to get the higher charge. You the oldest one, and they probably think you know, plotted it all, so they're gonna get you. I understand it. That's how the game go. I get it. Um, as far as the husband of the victim, condolences to Miss Frick and her family. You feel me? Um, but as far as the husband, I know you grieving. I know you pissed off. You know, I know you hurting, constantly having thoughts about your wife. I'm pretty sure they run through your mind all day. But to try to sue financially struggling, hurting families already who are hurting just like you, I think that's adding insult to injury, that's spitting in them people's face. It's not gonna benefit you or them. At the end of the day, you pushing this any further than it's already gone. Let it go and try to begin your healing process, bro. That's what you should be doing.
The man crushed.
Just really, that's just unfortunate, bro. I don't even know how to. Yeah, I don't even know how to speak on that one, bro. That's just bad, bro. That's just sour, man. I really hate that happen, bro. You got to mount these cars up the right way when you're working on them. I even say go as far as having somebody out there with you while you under the car, somebody who eyes is on what you can't see, so you can avoid situations like that from happening.
I think that I don't know, bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like I said, you just don't even know how to speak on that, bro.
But we could stop cutting corners. Not saying that he did, but stop cutting corners. And
Right.
then, if you are pro, I don't give a fuck how many times you did this before, how many success stories you got. You got to check your equipment. You got to do all that like y'all be getting. Can't do that, man.
Nope. Because all it takes is one wrong move. And I mean, here we are. We're looking at the reality of that, unfortunately. One wrong move, just one. Bam. And it's over with.
Fucked up.
And the sad part is just taking a little bit more time to be a little bit more careful, because at the end of the day, we all know God got a day and a time for everybody to exit here. But sometimes we could do stupid stuff to rush our time. I'm a firm believer of that. And to me, that is an unfortunate example of that. All you had to do was take a little bit more time out your day before you got underneath that car and mount it up the right way so that you could get under there safely to do what you needed to do and come out from underneath there the same way you went under. all it took was a little bit more time, and you would still be here.
I'm gonna tell you like this, before the storm, you could get a nigga a 24-pack, 2-3 rocks, and Joe's with them all day.
Yep.
Yeah, still call like the fuck you supposed to. We spoke on the level of education, skills that y'all were taught. Our generation is not getting it. And then when you bring beer, weed, old letting, and then the possibility of you getting too comfortable, this is what 1-2 times talk. Can't win.
Nope.
We've been on this bitch 2 hours and 21 minutes.
And counting. Man. Crazy.
Man,
the time get to moving when you get to talking though, boy.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to see. And then for the 50 racks, you heard me? Like, come on, man, you got more than that.
The life insurance policy. Yeah. And then again, like I say, not only for the life insurance policy, but you know, if she was 70-some years old, like you said, y'all had to have been together over 40-some years. So 9 times out of 10, you served in the military. You not hurting for no money. You well taken care of for the rest of your life. Why is you doing that?
Even if you did serve in the army, you ain't getting Social Security.
Right.
You ain't getting retired.
Right. So you still, either way, that's my point. Either way, you took care of, brother. Why is you doing that? It's so unnecessary for you to be doing that. All you doing is just sticking your thumb in an open wound. Just, yeah, here, take that. I mean, it ain't necessary, bro.
Find something to do.
Yeah, because you ain't doing nothing but hurting them people even more, trying to get something out of them that they cannot give you, bro.
That was good. Before we get out of here, talk to them, OG. Talk to the youngest, talk that OG shit.
To the younger generation,
yeah.
I mean,
wait, hold on.
Honestly, bro, I really don't know.
Wait, OG. Before you start. DJ Jubilee. Recently, he stepped down from his mentoring, his coaching, and his activism.
Why?
He said that the violence. Yeah. In New Orleans out of control.
In other words, he's saying the youth are not able to be saved anymore. They're too far gone.
I think
that's what that sounds like.
Yep. And it's a discussion. And a lot of people are saying that he abandoned the kid. Won't you incorporate your answer into your last words and the kid?
For sure. I really would like to see you all find a way to stop crashing out. On behalf of the men from my generation, I apologize to y'all, because somewhere along the line, it is evident that we dropped the ball. I know it's not all on us, powers that be have played a part in that, but at the same time, those of us that did not get caught up in the mix that was still out here, it's obvious we didn't step up enough for y'all, whether you are ours or not. So on behalf of, again, the men from my generation, I'm sorry. I apologize to y'all, but at the end of the day, you all are valuable. Your life, it means something. God did not put you all here to be crash dummies, addicts, hoes. That's not what you all are. You all have divine talents and gifts that have been given to you all by the God who created all of us. I don't know how you can find the focus and the pathway to tap into those gems that are deep inside of you all, but I pray and ask God to show you all a way to do that. He is real. Trust me on that. He's real, and he'll hear y'all if you call on him. But this killing one another, making one another target practice all the day long behind nothing, y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all have too much promise and too much life in y'all and ahead of y'all to just be deleting one another the way y'all are. I don't really know what else to say other than that y'all matter. Y'all really matter. And I need y'all to realize that y'all life count, to people y'all may not even know they count to. All of y'all have a purpose and the opportunity to do something great. Find you something that you love to do. So something right now outside of negativity that you could spend your entire day doing. And every opportunity you get, focus on doing that. If it's something that can make you money, start looking into how to invest into making, becoming an entrepreneur and making yourself some money off of the God-given talents and skills that y'all have. But please, man, just stop killing one another. That's all I got to say.
That was real. That was real. OG always come and give it to us raw. But I gotta, I'm gonna give you my last words on things. OG, that was a very noble thing you did by apologizing to them little niggas, right? But that ain't on y'all. If you really look at it, we the generation under y'all. They the generation under the generation under us, right? But that ain't, and I'm not pushing blame. I'm not pushing blame. This where the systematic shit come in there. You hear me? Y'all was our OGs, right? So in turn, we are supposed to be their OGs. Talking about the 2000 babies. And the 90s babies, I got my little team or whatever. We interacted with y'all. We watched y'all. Joke, played, got into gangster shit, whatever. Saw a couple of y'all go. Y'all saw a couple of us go. Y'all was able to teach. Y'all taught us. when Katrina hit, them dudes went down here under us. So how's that you or my fault? That's the systematic shit you talking about. By the time them dudes got back here, they was already who they already was. And once a child feels like they grown, you're gonna either have to beat them up or you gotta whoop they whoop. Cause it ain't nothing you could tell him. It ain't nothing he gonna want to tell you. He gonna be one like we ain't nothing but stripes to them. Especially if we got a name. Them little dudes don't give a fuck about nothing but what they give a fuck about. And that's don't give a fuck about nothing. Ain't your fault or your generation fault. Me personally, y'all did a good job with us. And Katrina fucked that up with the 90s babies and the 2000 babies. Dudes ain't even come up in New Orleans. Much less come up under us and let us show them the way. And woo, man, when them dudes got out there, if they wasn't babies, if they was even 11 or 12, right? From certain parts of this city, they probably was on some more shit than the OGs round up. Them little dudes ain't gonna look up to nothing. So once they got to that age where they started tooting iron and really putting work in, what you gonna tell a killer? What can you tell a killer? These little dudes knocking everything over. But that ain't your generation, folk. Because y'all our OGs. Then it falls on us. We was raised under y'all. Y'all taught us. Hands-on. Them the dudes taught themselves. And what they already think they know everything. So them dudes taught themselves off of what they think they know and how fucked up their life was. They ain't get taught. They didn't want to. Where was you when my life was all fucked up and I had to teach? I didn't already taught myself. Now I'm mad at the world. But you know, that's a whole nother topic. I want to thank OG. Like I said, his name Carlos Johnson. Y'all want to get at him. You know, for interview or you know, just to chop it up with him or you know, reach out to him and pick his from whatever. His name Carlos Johnson on Facebook. You heard me? That's how you can get in touch with him. Y'all already know what it said. And I ain't got nothing else today. I was gonna do my game show. I know y'all haven't seen that game show in a minute, but it's hard getting people. Like, I don't like getting people from the same place. If y'all notice, I have somebody from the West Coast, somebody from the East Coast. You know, I'm representing the South, and I have somebody from where I don't want to look like, you know, I be trying to woo. Let me do me. It's coming back. Believe that. You hear me? Matter of fact, I'm gonna post the old one. I'm gonna post the old one from off of the YouTube. You hear me? But until then, it's Peter Not the General. To know the podcast. You keep your body clean, man. Yeah.
From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all of that damn shit. We just trying to say.
Do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I want to graduate. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole juice, and I'm looking at the screen like preach. Cause I was on the phone with him, you feel me? So you know what I'm saying?